It didn't take long for one of the big guns to attack, Lizzie Deignan going solo in the very first cobbled sector with over 80k still to ride. The 2015 world champion quickly opened up a gap as her rivals scrambled to organise the chase. But the cobbled sectors had been made slick and slippery by the rainfall, and that caused some real chaos. European champion Ellen van Dijk and the world champion Elisa Balsamo were among those who went to ground, as did Elisa Longo Borghini. Deignan herself had a few nervy moments up at the front. The main peloton was soon whittled down to a chase group of the strongest riders, but Deignan still led by around 2 minutes. Among the chasers, Marianne Vos, Lisa Brennauer, Chantal van den Broek-Black and Emma Norsgaard. Marlon Reusser and Kazunui Adoma unfortunately crashed out early. Deignan, though, was looking in a strong position as they hit the final 35k. Her lead was up to 2 minutes 30, and she had 3 Trek Segafredo teammates in the second group, Audrey Cordon-Rago, plus Longo Borghini and Van Dijk, who managed to tack back on after crashing. The other teams were struggling to coordinate the chase, and it looked increasingly like Deignan had this one in the bag, but she still had to get through 2 tough sectors, Conflans-en-Pavel and Carrefour de l'Arbre. The leader just about staying on 2 wheels, while others weren't so lucky.
Also, Ellen van Dijk hits the deck. That's a huge crash.
Just see the bikes tangled up as well.
It's a big crash of Ellen van Dijk, and they really thumped down then. This is a big attack by the boss. Marianne Vos makes her move now. Elisa Longo Borghini has had trials and tribulations today, but she's hunting Marianne Vos down.
And so it came down to a fight between 2 legends of the sport, Deignan and Vos, with Longo Borghini set to join her teammates on the podium. Now, Vos may be the greatest of all time, but this was too big a gap to close. And instead, Lizzie Deignan arrived solo in Roubaix, celebrating a momentous victory in the famous velodrome.
For 125 years, the Hell of the North has been the domain of the kings of the road. But now, the Roubaix Velodrome welcomes the first queen of the road. History is made. Lizzie Deignan of Trek Segafredo wins the inaugural Paris-Roubaix Femmes. Lizzie Deignan is the first victor. History in women's cycling, and the British rider takes it.
Vos forced to settle for second place, with Italian champion Longo Borghini third on a superb day for Trek Segafredo. A moment of pure emotion for Deignan, who makes history as the first woman to win Paris-Roubaix. She later admitted she was only the team's third rider today, but once she went solo, there was no looking back. The 32-year-old British rider has now completed the hat-trick of women's monuments, having won the Tour of Flanders in 2016 and Liège-Bastogne-Liège in 2020. She boasts over 40 professional wins, but this will surely go down as one of the most special after an 80-kilometre solo attack for the ages.
I just feel so incredibly proud, you know. Women's cycling is at this turning point, and like you say, today is part of history, and I'm proud to be part of a team that also makes history, you know, and we're so grateful to everybody behind the scenes, all the viewers watching, because every fan who's watching this is also making history. It's proving that there is appetite for women's cycling, and that the athletes here can do one of the hardest races in the world, and I'm so proud that I can say I'm the first ever winner, yeah.
Deignan winning by 1 minute and 17 seconds from Vos, followed by Longo Borghini and the German champion Brennauer. Marta Bastianelli led in the rest of the top 10, with a third Trek Segafredo rider, Cordon-Rago, in 8th place. So Deignan is the first woman to get her hands on the coveted cobblestone trophy, but the story of Paris-Roubaix Femmes is only just beginning, and in just over 6 months' time, they'll be back for a second helping of the Hell of the North.